And me being the face of HBO, my job is to clean the sport of boxing up, to show the world that my sport is a clean sport.
You sat ringside the night that Victor beat Berto in Connecticut. He was the heavy underdog. He will be again in the fight with you. What are your thoughts on him as a fighter?
Victor Ortiz, he's a good fighter. You know, but the ultimate goal is to become a great fighter. To become a great fighter, you have to be a ton of good fighters. So he's a hell of a fighter. Strong. I mean, he's a guy that you can see. He get knocked down, he hop right back up and knock his opponent down. So, you know, my main thing is to stay focused and be on my A game.
You made reference up here on the podium today about the various cases and that kind of stuff and the way the media has handled it. How do you stay focused with all of these distractions, defamation issues, all these things? How do you stay focused to do the job at hand?
I just take my, spend time. You know, I like to go swim with my children every day. Take them to the water parks. Take them to Disneyland, Disney World. Travel with them. And even though when I go, I got to take the security. I got to take a lot of security. Even though, I really want to sign. I really want to sign autographs for all my fans and take pictures with all my fans. But you got to realize. Sometimes when you're with your family, your family need that special time. Your family need that special time, and I think sometimes my children need just my special time from their father.
Last question: you've talked a little bit about Pacquiao today. That needs to take the test. Just talk about what it's going to take to get that fight done. And a lot of talk has been made about the fact that he's a lefty, and that could be the prelude, the tune-up for getting ready.
That's not the. It's not the. With me fighting Victor Ortiz, it's not the prelude for Manny Pacquiao. In the sport of boxing, you're going to face orthodox. You're going to face southpaw. You just got to be prepared for whatever is put in front of you. He's one of the obstacles that's put in front of me, so I got to go out there and be at my best on September 17th.
And in terms of the Pacquiao fight?
In terms of the Pacquiao fight, we would love to make the Manny Pacquiao fight happen, but we take one step at a time. As of right now, Victor Ortiz is in front of me. If the Pacquiao fight is next, then we'll make it happen. But Floyd, it doesn't stop with Manny Pacquiao or Victor Ortiz. We will keep fighting because that's what the fans want.
Great, thank you, Floyd. Good luck on September 17th.
Okay, let me get this group right here.
What time, guys?
Honey, are you done?
No, I'm with this group.
Okay, the four of you together.
Thanks, Kelly.
No, I'm with them.
I'm here with
You guys didn't have a group.
I wanted to ask you, what are your honest opinions on Ortiz?
Ortiz solid. Ortiz is a solid, strong fighter, and he's a guy that's gonna fight his heart out. What else can I say? He's a guy that's gonna go out there and fight his heart out. Me myself, I've been away from the sport for a good while now. So when I get out there, I can't wait to go out there and perform. I can't wait, for the fans to be there. The Mayweather experience, MGM Grand, HBO, the extravagant weekend, and I'm gonna go out there and be at my best.
Any difference between this layoff and the last layoff in terms of, coming back?
Well, it's a lot shorter, so that's a great thing. It's a lot shorter. I just want to, go out there and be the same Floyd Mayweather that I was in 1998. You go back like for the Angel Man Freddy fight, for the Gennaro Hernandez fight, R.I.P. to Gennaro Hernandez, because he was a classy champion. I take my hat off to the Gennaro Hernandez family. He gave me my first opportunity. It all started in 1998.
What are the unique challenges about facing someone who is younger than you, so much younger than you?
I don't know. I've never faced a guy, a decade younger than me, so it's going to be a good challenge for me. It's been, I've been able to accomplish so much in the sport of boxing, and I owe all the thanks to, God and my team and my family for standing behind me. If I know that my family is behind me and I see my kids in the audience, they make me fight that much harder.
You have fighters like Bernard Hopkins, Cornelius Bundrage recently beating younger fighters. Mm-hmm. Is 34 the new 24 in your opinion?
I can't say that because they say I think 34 is 34. It's what it is. I think that I took care of my body well in the sport of boxing, as far as not drinking, not using drugs, not smoking, and not really taking no abuse. Being a defensive wizard and being a smart fighter, knowing when to fold and when to hold.
I hate to be the guy who brings up this question for maybe the 100th time today, but everyone's going to ask you about Pacquiao. That's what people want to know.
Well, I know you look Filipino, so
Yeah, you're good.
it's not. You know, I don't have nothing against the Filipino fans, and one time they seen it on Ustream. I want to apologize to all the Filipinos in America, and all the Filipinos around the world. I want to apologize for what happened, on Ustream. Then, if you guys felt offended. Now, as far as the Manny Pacquiao, when you look at a fighter like Manny Pacquiao, a hell of a fighter. I don't take my hat off to him, but he's known because they're trying to build a fighter. You're trying to build a fighter that's big enough to beat Floyd Mayweather. That's the ultimate goal, is to beat Floyd Mayweather. If you look around the sport, now if you take me out of the sport of boxing, you have nothing. Even with me taking 2 years off, all the talk was about Floyd Mayweather fighting this guy, Floyd Mayweather fighting that guy. Like I said before, I'm not here to rate myself in the pound-for-pound list. I'm not here to tell you how great I am. All I want is just let the fans know I go out there and do my job, and I do my job great.
You were 10 feet away from the ring for the Berto fight. What were your thoughts sitting there, now going forward to September 17th about Ortiz?
I think Ortiz and Berto that night, I think both guys went out there and put on one hell of a performance. I think both guys went out there and done what they had to do. And I think that a true champion can take a loss and bounce back. You can see Ortiz done it, from his 2 losses, he came back and bounced back from it. And then you got Berto, that I truly believe that he can bounce back. So anything can happen in the sport of boxing.
When you were sitting there, did you think, I may fight this guy in a few months?
When I was watching the fight, I said, I can't wait to get back in there. And I said, anything can happen, because when I'm at home, my main focus is football and basketball, betting on sports, and spending time with my children. But, I had a chance, actually, me and 50 Cent was in New York City. I said, let's go to your house in Connecticut. And then somebody from my staff said it's a fight tonight. I didn't know. So I said, let's go, since it's probably 45 minutes away from, 50 Cent. For 50 Cent's house, so I said, let's go. After the fight, we went to 50 Cent's house, we hung out a little bit, and we went back to New York City.
I saw you at the arena that night at Fox. I was following you with the camera. You were talking to 50 about something. It was about the fight. You had a few days about talking about it. Was you talking about going back in the ring that day?
We were talking about it. Said, that was a hell of a fight. I'm glad I went out. I'm just saying I would have paid my money to see it. Even though I get in all the fights.